chairman of the board of TOCU, and members of the high table, please allow me, and everybody here present, allow me to stand on the existing protocols. We are thankful to government. We are thankful to President Bio for his renewed vigor, commitment, and dedication to move this country forward. And today is a great day. We are also very grateful to our international partners and donors, the American government, because they gave the building we are in today, and all other partners that are helping us to fight drugs in Sierra Leone. What we are doing here today is an open exhibition show, because most times when you talk about drugs, people have all sorts of comments they make, but this is to show our partners, to show the general community of this country that we are serious about the fight against drugs. So as the board chairman of TOCU had said earlier, we are about to destroy millions and millions worth of drugs so that it doesn't go back to our community. But let me just also use this key moment to talk on Kush, because Kush is the biggest elephant in the room right now. Everything that we are doing now as a government, as a nation, the first 5 years of President Bio's term, the big pillar agenda was what? Free quality education. And we have succeeded in that. We can see that even towards the end of his 5-year term, he now sits at the UN table with the UN Secretary General, a small African nation, to lead on education. Second term now, what is the biggest pillar of the 5 pillars we have? Feed Sierra Leone, right? Who is going to feed Sierra Leone? Who is going to feed Sierra Leone? The youths. And as we are gathered here this afternoon, they are dying. We should not shy away from that. Our youths are dying. As we are here this afternoon, I can guarantee you that if you go across this country, Mr. Chairman, you will find over 3,000 kids gathered all over this country. They are nodding. They are covered with sores. And they are perishing. To me, Kush is the greatest destroyer of productivity. We deal with other drugs, cocaine, and all the drugs we're about to destroy here this afternoon. But what is destroying us now and threatening the future of this country right now, Mr. Chairman, is this thing called Kush. Kush happens now to be the most addictive drug in this country right now. Kush came in this country about 2017, 2018, as we gather from intelligence and research. But when government agencies started clamping down on those imported through the airport, through our borders, what they have resorted to now is in-house manufacturing. So all across this country, people are having labs in their homes. Since I took over the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in October, what I go around telling these youths, that the people that mix this chemical, they are using formalin, all sorts of chemicals. If you use a chemical that is used to preserve the dead, and you mix it with various components, they are even using now, they say kumejara leaves, all of these things. In mixing it, Mr. Chairman, they dress like during Ebola time. The people that used to bury people during Ebola time, burial of the dead, they were dressed in suit covered from head to toe, so that they may not be exposed to Ebola. Well, I want this country to know that the people doing this manufacturing now in this country, that's how they dress. That's exactly how they dress, to protect themselves from the fume. So just imagine they are dressed like that, then the kids, the youths of this country are putting that poison into their system. So most of them, everywhere you go, what you see is death. They are dying. So we must come together as a nation. For me, the biggest pride I have here this afternoon is the synergy that I'm seeing. Yes, of course, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, as Mr. Will has said earlier, we are the agency mandated to coordinate, to fight everything that has to do with drugs in this country. But the job that TOCU has done over the last years, and particularly now with your leadership as chairman of the board, is fantastic. It's very encouraging. But we must collaborate. If you hear from all the other speakers here, we all must join hands and work together. And that is the evidence we are witnessing here today. All of us have been here around 9 o'clock this morning. And where is Mr. Cole? Parcole? Mr. Cole? Parcole, thank you, because I know it's been a rough morning trying to put everything together. So Mansare and Parcole, you guys here heading to, thank you very much, because all of these drugs have been in your custody. And we know how much we have tried, Mr. Chairman, in the last 1 month to make sure that this day happens, that this day comes to pass, the day we are witnessing now. But as a nation, even as we destroy all of these drugs, the greatest destroyer of the future of this country is Kush. We must work together. We must collaborate. We must go after our kids. For me, I've served this country as a military man during the war. My foot was broken during the war. I'm a US trained lawyer. I've been chief immigration officer for this country for the last 5 years. But I can tell you now that the job I have now, I have never been more passionate about work in my life as I am now. Because this is about the future of this country. This is about everything that we are doing now. If we don't go after our children, we must go to the gutters. And that's what I've been doing. We must go. I've gone to Bome in King Tom. I've gone to Bome in Upgod. I'm going to the slums. Because you must go there to reach them. You must go there to reach them. But if we don't tackle Kush, if we don't come together as a nation, I'm afraid, as the chairman and many others have said here today, in the next 5-6 years, we'll be in trouble in this country. You are not going to have any young people to take over the future of this country. So I'm appealing to us, I'm appealing to everybody in this country, our international partners, to government, which is doing already a great job, that we must tighten our belts to work together. As for me, I am never going to get tired. I'll work day and night. And the children taking Kush that are dying, I tell people everywhere, they are our children. As somebody here said, if you think you live in a glass house or you live up the hill, you live in a high fenced compound with barbed wires, Kush is not there. I have good news for you, or bad news for you. There is not a single place in this country where Kush is not ravaging. No preparatory school, no expensive schools that Kush has not entered. And it is killing this generation. It is killing the future of this country. So let us remain passionate, let us remain energized, and continue to work together and collaborate. I know we've been here for a long time. I don't want to waste too much time. Let's go put fire. Let's go. We'll bring this whole thing to an end. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. No, we won't.